Passionate pro-Palestinian chants ringing out in Cornell this week, Cornell University at the library there, echoing the horror seen across college campuses last spring. Now, universities are bracing for a potential new wave of protests. Joining us now, Fox News contributor and former retired NYPD inspector and lawyer Paul Mauro. So they're not shy about telling everybody, like, we're going to do these protests. Like this fall, the protesters intend to bring the pain to the universities.
Yeah, in some instances, this has already started. They've done some vandalism. There's been some protests up at Columbia, which seems to be sort of becoming ground zero for this stuff. We've had a number of things already happen. For instance, pro-Israel groups have already protested in March, demanding that the protesters on the other side unmask themselves. Why? Because New York City is concerned about this, and they may be passing a law that protesters can't keep their masks on. So all this stuff now is going very much into the legal realm, because Columbia had to settle a class action suit guaranteeing that students could get in and out of class. So it's going to happen. It's coming. It's going to be in the legal world. It's going to be on the street. But as you and I saw at the DNC last week, it's not just about Gaza. And I think that's something that a lot of our viewers might not understand, is that, yeah, it is the primary cause here is the Gaza issue, without any nuance, by the way. They just want Israel gone. But there's no way the adjacent groups are going to let this go on without getting involved. So you got anarchists, communists, a lot of groups that are a lot more volatile, and that's what police departments are worried about.
Well, and maybe university presidents should be too. Ivy League presidents who resigned amidst the protest, we have a list of them here, from Penn, Harvard, Cornell, and Columbia. So what would the new university presidents do differently this year than before?
So they've started. A number of the schools have actually put in mandatory training for new students that are coming in or returning. You have to take a class on essentially the First Amendment, but also what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. And the thing that they really seem to be trying to hold the line on is encampments. They don't want those permanent encampments where you got kids entrenched and now you got to peel them out. Here's an interesting thing that's also going on relative to prophylactic. Students for Justice in Palestine is one of the groups that's been very involved in the protesting. Their Instagram account has been one of the ways that the groups have been able to coordinate. Well, the number of those chapters of the Students for Justice Palestine have had their Instagram accounts suspended, taken down. Columbia is one of them. Looks like there's a couple of other schools. The same thing happened all at once. That can't be an accident. So you got to wonder, is it relative to what we see going on in Telegram, where the French just pinched the guy that runs Telegram? So, and that is the same issue, because Telegram was another way that these groups coordinated. So you're seeing a number of things. I'm not sure the Telegram thing is directly related to this, but it's part of a trend here where the comms, the communications, are being either shut down or closely scrutinized because some illegality is coming out of them and there's liability there.
Do you think any of those students protesting for Palestine would be able to explain why the Hamas was holding a Bedouin man for the last 11 months, a father of 7? This is not a Jewish guy. He was an Israeli citizen. The Israelis rescued him. This morning, I was listening to The Daily, and the host, I think she misspoke, but she said, well, yesterday when the hostage was released. Like, no, ma'am, he's not released.
Yeah,
he was rescued. And I don't think those students have any idea.
As you and I have said in the past, most of the students protesting, or at least very many of them, couldn't find Gaza on a map of Gaza. And they wouldn't know a Bedouin if he sat on their heads, all right? So this is a lot of this. Having been out there, I was embedded with a lot of them last week out at the DNC. A lot of them, this is just the flavor of the day. You know, you can see the distinction, if you're up close, between the various gripe groups and who really, really cares. You can see the people who have a real vested interest in Gaza, and you can see the others that are just kind of along for the ride because it's this year's flavor. But the bottom line is, Columbia didn't expel anybody from last year. All the charges, for the most part, were dropped against everybody, including the ones who vandalized and occupied Hamilton Hall.
And held the custodian hostage.
And held a custodian hostage, and was never charged for any of those crimes. They were not charged.
And he wasn't even a student.
He wasn't a student. And, you know, no kidnapping, no unlawful imprisonment, no charges like that. And Bragg's out was, we don't have enough evidence. Meanwhile, it's all on film. But that goes to the masks, by the way, and they should pass that mask law.
Is that imminent?
It's possible. But of course, you know, there are vested interests who don't want it because they say it's going to still the First Amendment. The bottom line is, this has the potential for being an October surprise for the election, because nationwide, this could get messy.
I expect that Dana Bash will be asking Kamala Harris about it tomorrow. And Tim Walz, because he's going to be there, too.
You think that's coming
up? If I did an interview, I'd take you with me.
You're a person of faith.
It'd be fun. All right, thank you so much.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.